Hi and welcome to today's episode. Let me start with a simple question. Have you ever worked so hard on a message, a sales pitch, a presentation, a heartfelt confession, only to get almost no response? But then you see someone else say something very simple, and people agree, buy, say, yes, so easily. Today, we'll talk about a hidden layer of influence that happens before the message itself. This is the world of persuasion, a concept popularized by Robert Cialdini. The idea that what happens before you speak is just as important as the words you finally say. Part 1: The seed in the soil. Imagine this with me for a moment. You're holding the best seed in the world in your hand, but you throw it onto hard, rocky ground. No matter how perfect the seed is, it will not grow. That's exactly how communication works. A great message, in the wrong mental environment, will not take root. Right now, I want you to pick one real situation in your life. Something you want to sell. A change you want your team to accept. A conversation you want to have with someone you love. Hold that in your mind. We'll come back to it near the end of the episode and design your own piece of persuasion together. Part 2: How a tiny change in the question changes the answer. Let's play a small experiment together. I'll ask you 2 questions. Just answer silently in your mind. First question: are you happy with your life right now? Notice how you feel. Now second question: are you unhappy with your life these days? Suddenly, your mind starts searching for proofs. Where am I unhappy? What is wrong? The life is the same, but the frame of the question shifts your attention and your emotion. That's persuasion. You're already being guided before you even start thinking about your answer. Part 3: Music, wine, and invisible influence. Now imagine you walk into a wine shop. There's soft French music playing in the background. Without anyone telling you what to buy, you're more likely to pick a French wine. But when the shop changes the music to German songs, sales of German wine suddenly go up. When customers are asked why they chose that bottle, they never say, "Oh, because of the music." They believe, sincerely, that it was their own independent choice. That's the magic, and danger, of persuasion. It works before logic kicks in. If you run a cafe, a clinic, a store, even a classroom, take a quick look around after this episode. What music are you playing? What images are on the walls? Do they match the emotion you want people to feel before you talk to them, sell to them, or teach them? Part 4: Are you adventurous? Identity before action. One of my favorite findings is incredibly simple. Humans love to repeat themselves. We buy the same brand, eat the same things, walk the same mental paths. Getting people to try a new product or a new brand is very hard. But researchers found that just asking people a short question like, "Would you say you're an adventurous person?" changes everything. Many people say, yes, because that's how they want to see themselves. Then, when they're offered a new drink, a new brand, or a new experience, they are much more likely to try it. Why? Because they now see themselves as adventurous, and they want their actions to match that identity. So next time, before you ask someone to try something new, you might start with, "Do you like trying new things?" That's persuasion, soft, gentle, but powerful. Part 5: Trust first, then persuasion. Another story I love is about a car salesman who wasn't particularly charismatic, yet consistently outperformed everyone else. His secret? When visiting customers at home, he would forget some brochures in his car. Then he would ask, "Would you mind lending me your house key so I can go grab the brochure and come back in?" The moment the homeowner hands over that key, something important happens inside their mind. If I trust this stranger with my house key, he must be a trustworthy person. From that point on, selling becomes much easier. Because trust was built before the pitch even began. Ask yourself, how can you create trust? Not by talking about how trustworthy you are, but by designing a situation where the other person naturally feels they already trust you. Part 6: Images, clouds, sofas, and finish lines. Persuasion also lives in the images you show people before they decide. In one study, a website selling sofas tested different background images. When the background showed soft, fluffy clouds, visitors were more interested in soft, comfortable sofas. When the background showed strong, durable objects, Visitors shifted toward sturdy sofas with long warranties. Nothing about the products change. Only the mental lens change. In another example, a call center raising donations decorated one room with a poster showing a runner crossing the finish line. The team working in that room raised significantly more money than those in a normal room. The environment whispered to them, "Finish strong. Keep going." Now, look around your own space, your desk, your office, your phone wallpaper. What are these images silently telling you to become? Part 7, your mini persuasion design exercise. Let's go back to that real situation you chose at the beginning of the episode. It could be a pitch to your boss, a conversation with your partner, a sales call, or even a social media post. We're going to design a small piece of persuasion for it. You can do this in your head, or jot it down later. I'll give you 3 guiding questions. What will they see, hear, or feel before your main message? A certain type of music? A particular image? A calm, warm atmosphere? What simple question could you ask that nudges their identity in a helpful direction? Do you care about? Do you see yourself as someone who? How can you create a moment of trust or goodwill first? Doing a small favor, giving something that truly matters to them, admitting a small, honest flaw before presenting your strengths. Choose just one idea to try this week. You don't have to tell anyone you're doing it. Simply observe what happens when you shape the before. Closing, the power of the moment before. Can you? Let me leave you with one simple sentence. Very often, what happens before you say "can you" determines whether you'll ever hear the word yes. If you already have a good message, a good heart, a good intention, don't let it get lost in poor timing or an unprepared mental stage. Start by designing the before on purpose. That is persuasion. If this episode gave you at least one new idea, share it with someone who needs a gentler, smarter way to influence, not by forcing people, but by preparing their minds with respect. Thank you for listening, and I'll talk to you again in the next episode. Part 6. The Throne Behind the Round Table and Leader Speak Later. The book uses a beautiful metaphor. The throne behind the round table. Think of King Arthur's round table, no head, no throne. No single person at the top, telling everyone what to do. Bill Campbell believed a great leader can sit behind that table. Not dominating the conversation, but listening, collecting, and shaping. Connected to this is another powerful rule: leader speak later. When the leader speaks first, people stop sharing what they really think. They simply align with the leader's opinion. Over time, the team becomes passive. They wait to be told what to do, instead of bringing their best thinking. So here's a simple experiment for you. Mini exercise 5. Be the last to speak once this week. Choose one meeting this week. And decide, in this meeting, I will speak last. Let your team share their views. Ask questions. Encourage even the quiet ones to talk. Only after that, summarize. Here's what I heard from all of you. Here are the options. And here is the direction I suggest we take, and why. You're not giving up your authority. You're using it more wisely, to bring out everyone's intelligence, not just your own. Part 7. Product first and only coach the coachable. Bill Campbell also insisted on this principle. Every team must support the product team. Many companies obsess over finance, sales, and marketing. But they forget that all of these functions exist because of one thing: a great product that truly serves customers. So every team should ask: finance, how can we help this product be profitable and sustainable? Sales, how can we help people understand and buy this product? Marketing, how can we bring this product to the right audience? Another sharp idea from the book is: only coach the coachable. Not everyone is ready to grow. Some people are too closed, too arrogant, or simply not in the right season of life. Your job is not to drag everyone forward. Your job is to invest deeply in the people who are open, humble, and hungry to learn. Right now, think of your team. Who is truly coachable? Who gives back more energy than they take? Who becomes stronger every time you challenge them? Those are the people where your time and heart will create the biggest impact. Part 8. Are you playing on the field or coaching from the sidelines? Towards the end, the book asks a piercing question. When problems happen, do you dive in to fix everything yourself? Or do you make sure you have the right team to fix it? You are not supposed to be the star player anymore. You are the coach. Your job is to put the right people in the right positions, remove obstacles, protect them when needed, and then step back and let them play. Think of world-class football managers. They don't play better than their star players, but they know where to place them on the field so that their talent can shine at the highest level. So, ask yourself, am I still trying to do everything myself? Or am I carefully building and positioning a team that can solve problems bigger than anything I could handle alone? Part 9. Wrap up and call to action. Let's recap what we've explored from Trillion Dollar Coach today. The higher you rise, the more your success depends on helping others succeed. Winning teams feel like communities, not just org charts. Your title makes you a manager, your people make you a leader. Smart meetings start with everyone writing down what truly matters. Great leaders speak last and sit behind the round table. Every team must support the product, and you should only coach the coachable. Your role is to place the right people in the right roles and let them shine. Now, I want to leave you with 3 simple actions. Choose one person you will intentionally grow in the next 3 months. Choose one meeting where you'll try the 5 things technique. Choose one conversation where you will commit to speaking last. Leadership transformation doesn't happen in a weekend. It happens in small, repeated choices, starting with what you do right after this episode ends. Thank you so much for listening. May you become the kind of leader who doesn't just build great results, but builds great people. See you in the next episode.